Now, I understand the guy we're about to interview here has a bit of a reputation, and I just like to give a forewarning. We don't endorse any of his actions. We don't not endorse any either. We're staying neutral on this thing. We are just here to hear him out, see what he has to say, and conduct an interview because we thought it'd be funny as fuck. So yeah, enjoy and try not to throw too much of a shitstorm.
Hey, don't judge me. Hey, don't judge
K Dub, K Dub, K Dub, K Dub.
me. Don't judge me.
All right,
We good?
welcome. Yeah, we're good. Welcome, you guys. Today we're going to be doing an interview with the man himself, Merlogic, also known as the Wonderbread guy. This was quite unexpected. Didn't expect to be having this interview ever at any time, but I guess this is the world we're living in now.
You are giving me way too much credit, as if like everybody on the internet knows me. I feel like it's just a small minority who overblow it to the point where they act like I'm the fucking Baba Yaga of the internet. It used to be that there were a bunch of retards who would sit around a little internet campfire and they would tell stories about how, man, that dude with his commissions, they horrify me and be like, what are you talking about? Such a person doesn't exist. I refuse to believe your lies. And that domino affected into a bunch of other things. So now more people than I would like to know do know me, or they know of my shit posting, but I don't like to think that there are a bunch of people all over the internet who have heard of me. But it's nice to feel included, especially considering if it feels like all I've really done is shit posted to the point where it made a lot of people upset.
So it's shitpost then. It's all ironic.
I mean, I don't want to say it's all ironic. There are some things that are truthful to it, but you got to look for the nuggets that are true and the things that are taken with massive amounts of bias. How many of y'all are open to hearing a nice, wonderful tale on how this all ended up becoming the way that it is?
We would love
Oh,
to hear that.
absolutely. I have one thing to say before that we start this. I don't believe that you remember this, but about a little bit over a year ago, we've actually spoken before.
Have we spoken before?
Yeah, it was a very long time. It was like almost like a year ago, and at the time, like you're just kind of like majorly. Now that I realize that a lot of it's a shit post, I realize now that a lot of it you're just kind of shit posting on me.
Oh, hold on. It's not entirely just a shit post. It's a combination of things. But, sometimes I feel like as much as we like to pretend that the internet is a big wide open place, sometimes some shit posts are just a little too open ended and boring for my liking. So you gotta spice things up a bit. People used to talk about horror stories about, oh, how can there be people who are sexually attracted to the state of Ohio? How can there be people who are sexually attracted to tiles? These fucking obvious fucking baiting degenerate. How could they possibly exist? But they're few and far between. Sometimes you need someone who is proud enough to say he's a whole new class of shit poster where sometimes he's not really doing things for attention. He's doing things because sometimes the internet is boring and you need something to spice things up a bit, something to make the internet seem the reason it's described as why we enjoy it. And if you don't fucking give shit posts like that every once in a while, it just makes the internet seem a bit more boring, a bit more COPA compliant, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Yeah, I can see that.
The one I'm sorry for the coughing. I'm still lingering over a viral infection that's been floating around my apartment on the account that it's been flu season and all that, and it's the fucking worst. I want to die every time I start fucking coughing like this.
It's fine. You're valid,
Yeah.
man.
We'll see what we can do with that in the audio after this. But yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. So, our wonderful tale begins in a magical land that everybody loves, objectively, of course. It's called Tumblr. I'm sure you lads have heard of it.
Oh yeah, isn't that the place that shut down after they've stopped allowing porn there?
Oh, it's one of
Yes.
our favorite places.
Oh yeah.
Our story begins in a magical land of degeneracy called Tumblr. There was a commission artist there by the name of the Wet Monsoon. just a nice strapping lad. An absolute piece of garbage. One day, Wet Monsoon went on to my DeviantArt, which, as you can tell, no longer exists within this plane of reality, and I'll get into in a minute, but the Wet Monsoon went to my DeviantArt one day to see if the rumors are true. Can there be a person who genuinely draws commissions like these unironically? She went onto my DeviantArt profile, and she was horrified with what she found. Even though, if you were to, objectively speaking, look at the commissions that I have in my gallery and the commissions that you would find literally anywhere else on DeviantArt, because let's be real, it's in the fucking name. The word deviant is in DeviantArt, so it's not exactly you're going to be looking at high-class art, but it's also the most popularized, monopolized place to post art. I mean, there's Pixev, but that's for weebs. And, I ain't about that life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she went on my DeviantArt profile. She went into my gallery, and she just bled from her ass with rage over the art that was in my gallery. And the reason why she got so fucking overwhelmingly angry was because I did not have a single person in my entire gallery that was not a POC. That's why she got mad. Yeah, all majority white women. Now that that is not that is not a personal preference. The reason why there's so many white women there is namely because that's on the preference of the commission artists who do the assignment. Because I have a Google Doc filled with templates, and in those templates are beginner commissions and advanced commissions. Whenever I find an artist I like and I want to commission that artist, I always go to my beginner commissions template and I give them a basic assignment. That's why a lot of the art is drawn by a multitude of different commission artists, but it all looks the same because there's a template somewhere, that I copy paste into their commission box. And when they send me a commission that is exactly like I described, I then go through down the list of a bunch of different commissions, all usually starting from the beginning line of commissions, and then I go into the more advanced commissions. Now, very rarely do I ever bond with a commission artist long enough to where we get to the advanced commissions. It was only around roughly near the end of 2019 that I found someone. In fact, he recently just sent me a Discord notification just telling me, it's like, thanks for the payment, happy to help. But she got super fucking ass pained beyond all fucking words about like the state of my gallery. She thought I was a white nationalist neo-Nazi. She legit thought I was playing some kind of long con trolling op to where I was signaling members of the KKK. Just this most absurdest fucking garbage that you could ever fucking comprehend at the moment. And then she felt it was in her personal right as a woman, because they can do no wrong. She went on to Kiwi fucking Farms, the fucking site that only exists because of like Chris Chan. She went on Kiwi Farms. She stomped her feet like a child and acted like a fucking child, and then demanded that the people on Kiwi Farms DDoS me. They sent people from Kiwi Farms to look into my private history, all because my DeviantArt gallery made her so fucking angry that she just straight up just fucking lost her mind. She went on to fucking Kiwi Farms, DDoS'd me. There was just a bunch of private information all over Kiwi Farms. And if you actually go onto my Kiwi Farms profile, you notice how I'm vocally upset with a lot of people, and they're all just calling me a fat. I'm doing this not because I'm a lolcow. I'm doing this because I know. Because Chris Chan is a fucking example to everybody what autism will do to a man if it's not contained, if it's not beaten out of you. If you just let Kiwi Farms do what they want, they will. They will potentially try to ruin your life. So I was trying to be blunt and honest with them. It's like, bruh, I want nothing to do with you retards. You fucking leave me alone. Your fucking fun ends here. Now, on the upside, when the DDoS happened, my DeviantArt tripled in view count overnight. I went from like 100
Damn.
people viewing my DeviantArt to like 300,000 people in 3 days. Because, you know, after that, that led to all those documentaries you've seen. I'm sure you've seen them.
Oh, I've not looked too much into it, but I've seen a few clips here and there. Not too much to like fully grasp the situation, but I think I got a general grasp of what happened.
I've watched a video or two.
But there are a total of 3 documentaries. There's the one made by that fucking Kiwi Farms obsessed fucking Deadwing, who people seem to like unironically. Also, by the way, his fucking hot take garbage video about me is the most viewed fucking video on his channel. Even he can't believe it.
You've talked with him?
I've spoken to him via Twitter and YouTube, but he will not talk to me over Discord. He says it's not worth his time. Okay, Deadwing, fuck you too. So there's that, and there's just 2 other lesser ones, but you know their view counts are pretty big. I've also had somebody called The Right Opinion, who's I guess this popular fucking person. He says he's also open to doing a documentary about me. So yeah, that's cool. I hear he's super popular. Yeah, I've also had Rooster Teeth review my DeviantArt.
Rooster Teeth, really?
Oh, wow.
I can even show you the video.
Damn.
That's actually really interesting.
Trying to look up this Deadwing guy. I think that might have been. I think I might have seen the video on him. That was one of the ones I saw. Oh, yep, that's the one. 529,000 views.
The most viewed fucking the documentary on his channel, at least to my knowledge. But goddamn, I hope he's fucking proud. I hope you enjoy all those subs and views that you got because you made a hot take video. Because you read a bunch of bullshit from Kiwi Farms. I hope you're proud. I genuinely hope you're fucking proud.
Oh yeah, well, rest assured, we're not here to do anything like that. We just want to hear your side of the story, ask you some questions, and see what comes of this. This is just it's just all for fun and games at this point.
I'm not primarily trying to be rude. I'm just trying to see things objectively here. But I've looked at your YouTube channel. You aren't exactly the most high-end YouTube channel. You're a small, growing, developing YouTube channel. It's not like you're suddenly going to reach the same level of subscription counts to say H3H3 or PewDiePie. You're not going to get a silver play button because of an interview like this. Is what I'm saying. Which is why I'm trying to ground people's expectations into reality. It's like, oh my god, it's him. It's the fucking degenerate with the scary DeviantArt that makes Tumblr upset. Like, you know, not everybody's gonna get a view count like Deadwings, you know, because not everybody wants to do things objectively. They want to do things subjectively because we live in a world that's based off feelings and only feelings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're telling me.
Yeah. We're definitely like developing right now. We're working on it though. We're like doing our best. I'm currently working on like editing a video for us. Pretty soon it will be up, hopefully.
Oh yeah, you took that. He's been taking his sweet time with it too. Like, not a knock on you, Mook, but it's been 2 weeks.
I know. I'm sorry. I just want to, make it to the best of my ability.
Now, to be fair, let's be perfectly real. If anybody's ever watched those Chris Chan documentaries made by Geno Samuel, you had fucking Chris Chan making websites dedicated to, answering questions, and he would spend the majority of the time masturbating to Sonic porn instead of actually answering any of those questions, because none of them were in relation to things about how can we give Chris Chan money to spend on degeneracy like Legos and Amiibos. I'm sure Mook has his very legitimate reasons why he's taking his sweet ass time. Surely not because he's on Shad base or anything like that. Oh no.
Oh, Shad base. I was waiting for it to come up, but I heard that you got turned down by him when you asked for him to do some stuff.
You have no fucking idea how big of a deal this was when it happened. I don't know why people got so horrified at the idea that I got rejected by Shad. The story behind that was I really wanted Shad to draw me a commission because I like Shad's art. I know a lot of people don't like Shad's art because Shad kind of follows a pattern where he's only into 3 things: lollies, Fuda, and traps. Which, that's those are popularized fetishes. Like, I'm not even fucking proud to admit that, sometimes I dip my toe in degeneracy like that, but like, nothing I'm going to vocally speak about unless people are interested in. But I went to Shad because I like his art and I wanted to commission him. And you read that fucking comment that Shad has on his Twitter about how, man, I used to have it hard before I made a Patreon and people used to give me money. I used to draw all kinds of fucking Roblox porn and all that shit. And now that he has Patreon, he never has to fucking try. People just give him money to draw whatever degeneracy feels like that day. But when I went to Shad and I asked him for a commission, he just straight up told me no because my commission was just so not what he's used to drawing that he just straight up told me to fuck off. And when I shared that with the people on FJ, everybody fucking lost their minds. That used to be a private thing where only the people of FJ would really know about that, maybe a couple people off of 4chan. But when Wet Monsoon and then the Deadwing video and all that shit just popped into reality and just, everything domino affected out of control, hundreds of thousands of people now just know me as the guy who got rejected by Shadman. Because these are the kind of normies who will straight up just fucking say that 4chan and Shadbase are the dark web. And they're looking at me like I'm some fucking cosmic chaos god who got told by Shaddy Daddy himself. It's like, no. If Shadman won't draw his commission, that means he's pure evil. Can you believe this shit?
It's wild as
I
fuck.
can think
man.
of like a dozen websites from the top of my head that are way worse than Shadbase.
You tell the normies that. They're gonna be like, but Shad draws lolly porn. It's like, man, you've never been on A, have you? Every fucking
God.
thread is lolly porn.
Yeah, that's. I haven't been diving myself too deeply into the dark web recently, but that's something I just personally want to stay away from. Like, that's call me a normie, but that's not something I want to spend my time getting into.
Admittedly, I used to frequent Best Score a lot.
Yeah, that's namely the story on the DeviantArt thing. I lost my DeviantArt. The DeviantArt moderators were not happy that those videos were made. They felt like it was a bad image on the website, and I howled for like 15 fucking minutes as I called them both faggots. Because are you fucking serious? Do you not know the shit that gets dumped by the truckload all over DeviantArt? It's the worst shit in the world. We're talking diaper fucking fetishists, Sonic OC makers, just the worst of the worst. But my art, it leaves a bad image on the website. We can't have that there. That's too degenerate, even for us. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, DeviantArt is a joke.
Embarrassing. The worst thing. And it's got a monopoly. So if you want to show off your art, unless you're a weeb and you want to dump your shit on Pixiv, you have to dump your shit there. Otherwise, you're just dumping it on Twitter and just praying to God people actually notice your Twitter enough to see your art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword.
Mur, okay, what do you want us to address you by in this video? Or what do we want to call you?
You can call me anything you want. You can call me Mur. You can call me by my real name, which is Mike. You can call me Damien as like an alias. I guess that doesn't really help because I already said my public name. But you can even call me the Wonderbread man. I don't even fucking care what you call me. This is your interview.
All right, I'm just gonna call you. I'm gonna call you Mur then, for sake of anonymity.
You can censor your real name if you want us to.
I mean, Mike is a common name, and it's not like people can't just go on my Kiwi Farms website, because again, I got DDoS. Kiwi Farms already knows. Yeah, they went on my Facebook. They comically grabbed fucking photos that are from my college years, back when I was still in college, which, by the way, college boy, how you doing in college, by the way? I went to college for 2 years, and after a while, after my math teacher called me I left, because clearly I'm not made out for college. I'm not college material.
Wow, at what college would they call you a retard?
Man, there are so you could like make multiple fucking video sessions with me where I can tell you a multitude of different stories, all of which are horrifying and you would never believe. And like, do you really want to hear that story?
Yeah, let's hear it. What, the math teacher that called you a retard?
All right, so I live in Santa Rosa, California, and there is one college like that is well known all throughout the city. It's called the Santa Rosa Junior College. It's the place most high school kids go to when they're wanting to transfer to different colleges if they're not already dead set in packing up their shit and going anywhere else in California to go to a different college, like UCLA, the SSU, all kinds of different stuff. But before I went to college, I went to a really shitty low-end high school called Northwest Prep Charter School. It was a lesser school financially next to a more profitable school that was right next to it called Pioneer Olivet. Now, Pioneer Olivet, like most high schools, has funding for all kinds of things that high schools want. Dedicated sports teams like, yeah, football teams, soccer teams, lacrosse teams, wrestling teams, all kinds of things that bring in money for the school. I didn't have anything, any of those things at my school. My school was so low end and sad that the day we had a salad bar brought into our kitchen was considered a milestone. So yeah, it was pretty fucking sad. My high school.
Damn, that's some shit right there.
So, you know, I'm not going to go into my whole high school life. Those are hundreds of different stories for a different day. But like, point being, there's this thing that you're supposed to do, which I'm sure is named differently depending upon what state you live in. But we have something called the CASI, which is the California High School Exit Exam. The California High School Exit Exam is an exam you have to take in order to go into the next grade. But this is very rarely enforced because as much as people like to think, you know, you could be held back in high schools have gotten so low budget and shitty that they really just don't want you being held back at all. So they'll just accelerate you into the next grade, even if your fucking grades are garbage and you fail the CASI, because they want you out of high school. Man, you could drop out, but they sure as shit don't want you like being held back a year because that makes the school look bad, and they don't want the school to look bad. So I failed the CASI exam 6 fucking times in a row. From 7th grade to 12th grade, I would fail the CASI, but still have to take it, but I would go into the next grade even though I wasn't supposed to. By all accounts, I should be a 25-year-old man who's still in 7th grade because he can't fucking pass the math portion of the CASI exam. So when my grades were being put up by review of the high school board, my principal sat my ass down, put his hand on my shoulder, and he looked at me. It's like, Michael, I don't want to be rude, but why in God's green earth is your math score always at F? I don't understand how someone who is taking special needs classes, which, as sad as that sounds, believe me, that's also another story for a different day, but you're in special needs math. It's the only special needs class you're in compared to all the other classes which you are not in special needs. It's just this one course. Why are you struggling in math so badly? And I told him I don't know. I'm just really bad at math. I just suck ass at math, and I really can't tell you why. So to make it so I wouldn't fail, to make it so I'd be the only person in my class that wouldn't get a high school diploma, he gave me a vastly altered version of the CASI exam. It was so retard proof that I could not fail this test. The only way I could fail this test is if I were purposely getting answers wrong. Like, he was so determined to get me a high school diploma that he gave me a rigged test that nobody else in the whole school got. They got the real CASI exam. I got this. He sat my ass down. Yeah, he sat my ass down in his office. He made me do this test, which was a lot shorter than everyone's test because the CASI test is like 3 pages long because it covers 3 different subjects: English, history, and math. Mine was 1 page long and it only covered math. And these math problems were for fucking children. They were like, what is 2 plus 2? It's 5.
5.
Yeah. Congratulations, Michael. You're a retard. Here's your high school diploma. I'm not even joking. I got a fucking horrible fucking test, and I still got a diploma. There are people who will fucking comment on that. It's like, then by all means, like, you shouldn't have had a high school diploma. And you're right. This is what happens. This is how low California fucking education has gotten, and it's gotten unbelievably fucking sad. But you know, I took my high school diploma, and I went into college thinking like, oh, college is just gonna be more like high school but harder. They make you do a test before they enroll you into college because they want to see how smart you are. So when I did the test and I got to the math portion of the test, they documented me. It's like, bruh, this guy's being enrolled into college, but he can't even do math at a high school level. So we're gonna put him into high school math in a college. I went to college for 2 years.
Hmm.
When I fucking went to college, I didn't think for 1 second that they would have a system that was so radically different that it couldn't be compared to high school. No. When you go to college, the first thing they tell you is that they're going to give you something called a college email. I'm sure you have something like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they give you a college email, and that college email is to send you all of your assignments. Now, you would never think they would do that because why the hell would they give you a completely separate email for your assignments instead of giving it to you something you would actually check, like, oh, I don't know, your actual fucking email. So my grades dropped all the way to Fs, and I'm looking at this, I'm like, how the fuck am I failing all my classes? It took me halfway throughout my first year in college to realize that I was missing all my assignments because I wasn't checking my college email. Because I would think, why would I check my college email? The only thing that's going to go to my college email is like, I don't know, fucking neat little activities that are happening at the college that I might be interested in. No, my fucking assignments are going there. And the only thing I could think of as to why they do this is because not everybody in college is guaranteed to graduate. If everybody at college graduated, the market would be so overflooded with people with worthless degrees that nothing would be competitive. It'd be so bottom of the barrel that like everybody with the same diploma, it's like, how would you be able to judge as to which one's qualified for the job they're applying for? So it's done this way so people will be able to be hexed out and like they'll be the ones to be decided like they're not college material. This isn't the person who's applying himself well enough to be in college. And at the SRJC, I'm not sure if like other colleges go through this, they have something called a 3-strike rule where if you fail college 3 times in a row, they don't want you back there. They will not let you reapply. And you would think, they wouldn't fucking care about that. It's like, oh, point of college is to get as many people into debt slavery as humanly possible. But like fucking no, like the 3-strike law, it's like the minute you fail twice, like do you really want to fucking fail a third time? I was failing math so badly in college because I wasn't fucking paying attention to my college email. I wasn't fucking doing well in math because I'm just garbage at math. And then it was like, come the second year of college, my math teacher, swear to God, stopped me in front of the door. He put his hand gently around my shoulder as I was about to walk in. Like that fucking picture from like, what was the fucking Psych? Where the black guy puts his hand on like the psych dude. It's like, whoa, you don't want to go that way. It's exactly like that meme. He fucking put, put his hand on me, like gently pushed me out the door. It's like, son, there are 500 people who come to my class, specifically my class. Never in my entire life have I met a man as retarded as you. I don't know how they let you out of high school. I don't know how you are so mentally inefficient at doing math, but I don't want you in my class. You somehow make people dumber hanging around you. That is how bad you are at math. I never want to see you in my class. Ever. Like, I don't even care if you apply yourself. I never want to see you in my class. I've never seen someone so hopelessly retarded in my class. I never want to see you again. That was when I just held up my hands. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm done with college. Because I was already going through a moment in time where I was already like very hesitant. Like I would like wake up and I'd be like, oh right, I gotta go to school. It's a worse feeling than when you're in high school where he's like, all right, I gotta go to school. No, you feel existential dread going to high school where like you're just wasting your time, but you gotta fucking apply yourself in some way. And it's just I've had people who work at the SRJC tell me it's like you should have applied 10 years later where everything has gotten so much better, where people like you would have been held on a golden pedestal. It's like, oh, society's just keeping them down, man. No, I came at around a time where if you're autistic and you're going to college, they laugh at you. It's like, why'd you even try? Why'd you even come in through the fucking front door? What is the matter of you? Wasting my time.
Damn.
Fucking. Yeah.
That guy sounds like a typical Californian to me. If you're not, I don't know about you, but that sounds like a Californian liberal college professor, true and true.
Oh, believe me. I've had all kinds of dumb shit. I can tell you the story about how the reason why I was failing English is because my English teacher, I swear to God, wasn't even capable of being like a high school English teacher. The first thing we did when we were doing college English, when we were going to go do book reports for the first part of the year, my English teacher brought me up into the library because every college has their own public access library for students and just people who aren't students to use. He brought me up to the fourth floor of the library and he said, I'm going to close my eyes. And whatever my finger lands on, I'm going to get a bunch of different of that book and I'm going to pass it out in front of the class. He closed his eyes. He said, eeny, meeny, miny, that one. You will never guess what book we picked because he just picked eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
What one?
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. God.
You fucking kidding? I would even say Hunger Games is middle school level reading. I don't know why this is in a college fucking library. We read Hunger Games for our first assignment. It was also one of the worst books I ever read. I don't know how girls who are really into Hunger Games read this shit and be like, oh, this is so deep. It's like Harry Potter, but deep.
Well, you know why they enjoy it, right?
Harry Potter, but deep.
It's because they just ripped off Minecraft. God.
Oh, God. What are you talking
Right.
about, my guy? Everyone knows Minecraft is a ripoff of Roblox. Only high-end, high-intelligent, Rick and Morty watching people play Roblox. Don't you know this? What are you, some kind of room temperature normie?
To be fair, you have to have a higher IQ to understand it. Oh, God.
All right.
The subtle nuances of Wubba-Lubba-Dub-Dub.
That is fascinating and the last thing I expected to hear. Like going into this, I didn't know what to expect, but God, it feels bad, man.
I read fucking Hunger Games. I enjoyed nothing about this book. The only thing about the book I remember was the main character has a coach who's a massive alcoholic, and he's drinking in like every chapter because he's coping with the fact that eventually, whoever the fuck he's coaching is going to die someday, and he feels like it's just a massive waste of his time. So he looks at his fucking sport. It's like that scene in The Last Jedi where Rey comes to fucking Luke Skywalker and he gives him the lightsaber. And Luke's like, why the fuck did you bring me my lightsaber? Yeet! Then he goes and drinks space cow milk.
Yeah. All right. Hey, why don't we get in some questions? I know we had a channel on the server where a bunch of people left some questions for you, and I'm just going to go down through. What's the most you've ever paid for a commission? This question comes at us from Carter Funnyman. Thank you, Funnyman Carter. Yeah, so what was the highest commission you've ever paid?
Oh my god, man, there are so many, but like I feel like if you want an exact commission, I think the most I've spent on one commission, and it was a very fucking I need this commission, I don't care how much money I have to pay for it. All right, so a long time ago, I met
Do you
my
have it?
first.
Can you drop this in chat just before you, if you can look while you're talking, that would be great.
Like what do you want me to do?
Do you still have this commission? Can you find it somewhere? I would like to see it.
Yeah, I
if it's-
totally have it. I have it in my fucking any of my flash drives. I can get on my Flickr account and grab it. Do you want me to show you?
Yeah, just drop that into interview chat.
Yeah.
If it's something not safe for work, we can blur that out. But just for like
I
personal,
was gonna say because it is porn,
satisfaction.
you know. Because you really want to see porn. How many of you want to
Oh,
see
never
porn?
mind that.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Porn, okay.
I told you, fucking.
Okay,
All right,
yeah,
so-
I wasn't sure if it was a safe for work one.
One day, a very long time ago, when I was really getting into commissions, I met a man named Javis A. Ray. He's a man who lives in Ohio. He also trains martial arts. That's his side gig, but his main fucking gig is that he does commission art. I met him on FJ, which is how most people know me, because that's where I used to shitpost before I took all my shitposting operations to 4chan. And whether or not when I'm getting banned from 4chan, because they also don't want me there. But back when I wasn't banned on site from FJ because admin fucking hates me more than anything in the whole wide world. I met Javis A. Ray because that's where he was posting his content there. And then one day, I went up to Javis, I sent him a private message, and I'm like, you take commissions? He's like, hell yeah, I take commissions. Commissions means free money. And what do you want, my guy? Well, I've been noticing how a good majority of your commissions seem to consist of your OC and the OC of your wife. How much money you want for a commission of an OC of your wife? I'm like, oh, Oh, you want a commission of my wife? Oh, okay. What do you want? Lads, do I really need to describe? Like, do you know who you're talking to right now? Take a wild guess. What I asked Chavis about. What I wanted that commission to be about.
His
So,
wife buying Wonderbread.
oh no. You're thinking
Oh,
you're underthinking it. Think more extravagantly. What would a shit poster, who's primarily known for the commissions that he posts verbatim all over his DeviantArt back when he used to have it, what are the two things that he likes to post?
deforestation and
You're getting warmer.
femdom.
Oh,
Femdom?
you're getting really warm now.
Abuse.
Both
I
deforestation
don't know.
and abuse. So I asked him. Actually, you know what? Can I send you like a DM link of like the because I can just show you instead of describing it to you because you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Go ahead and drop it in interview chat.
All right. Yeah, Flickr is
Oh,
loading,
God.
but yeah, fucking I can't even describe it to you. You just need to look at it. But to tell that lad, I paid $323 for this commission. This was a comic.
$323 for a commission. Wow.
Yeah, but that was my first commission I ever bought, because that was back when I was stupid and I didn't know, hey, wait a minute, I should be paying less for commissions. Like, I should be getting quality, but I shouldn't be paying this much for quality. I've gotten way better since then, but, first time it's like you go to your crack addict and be like, first time's free, but the next time you pay for it. Are you ready for my $323 investment? So send
That's
it to
it.
interview chat, right?
Yeah, interview chat. Lay it on us.
There you go. Fucking enjoy yourselves, lads.
Oh,
boy.
God.
Yeah, that was my first commission ever. $323. That is Javis's wife or his wife's OC. This is what I asked for. This is what he gave me for $300.
Oh my God. I know this guy's art. I didn't realize it was that dude.
He's also known as the Nipple Man.
Nipple man.
Jesus Christ.
He did it of his wife. That's
And now I kind of want your channel to fucking accelerate into like the 300,000 category. Like I want people to see this and be like, "Holy shit, what are you doing? You're opening up a wormhole in time. You're like Kaiba at the end of like fucking Dark Side of Dimensions where he eats his dimension just because he wants to duel the Pharaoh that badly."
Oh, God.
Admire it in all of its beauty. Because as a filthy coomer, I saw his wife, and I'm like, is that a female girl? I must sniff.
women.
All right. Well, that answers that question. And most expensive commission.
I hope he
Thank you
enjoys
for
that. I hope he enjoys that. He's probably looking at that as like, yeah, I'm just gonna just keep that for research purposes.
Research
Oh,
purposes.
wow.
Okay, so yeah, I guess the next question leads into this. How long ago did you start taking commissions or like start requesting commissions? When was this? If this was your first one, how long ago was that?
All right. I'm gonna ask that question with a question. How many of you are Avatar fans?
I'm a bit
The
of an
Last
Avatar
Airbender?
fan, you might say. Do you
All
mean
right.
the Blue Cats or the Last Airbender?
Oh no.
Because this-
We're not talking about fucking James Cameron's ripoff of Pocahontas involving fucking the Smurfs. I'm talking about Bending of the All Four Elements Avatar, the fucking best show on Nick. How many of you are fans of Avatar?
Yeah, I'm a fan.
We have
All right.
decent intelligence, so yeah.
All right. How many of you are fans of the sequel to Avatar, Legend of Korra?
No, I'm not a big fan of that
Yeah.
one.
That's basically the case. It's like Korra is a very hit and miss show where only the most devoted fucking people who are into Avatar like that shit. Like, so one day, a long time ago, I was in summer school because again, this leads to a bunch of different stories, but like let's just say for the moment I was in summer school because people were looking at my grades and they were very not happy with me and they're like, you don't get to enjoy summer. You're going to summer school and you're going to be sad. You're going to be a sad little boy in summer school. So They take me to summer school, and in typical fashion, because I refuse to fucking learn anything, because that's how bad my fucking math grades were. Instead of actually going to my summer school classes, I would go to the college library because the summer school classes were on the SRJC campus. And what I would do is I would go over to the SRJC library instead of my classes, and I would go there and I would watch a number of different shows. Those shows being Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which is a very good show. Young Justice, which is an okay show, which I feel like hasn't aged all that well, but there are parts of it that I still really enjoy. And Avatar. Now, I watched all 3 seasons of Last Airbender all in a row. And after that, I was going through a massive fucking Avatar kick, and I was saying to myself, I'd really like some more Avatar, but clearly they're not making any more. And I don't know who told me this, but somebody went and told me, it's like, you haven't heard of Korra, have you? I'm like, Korra, what? He shows me Legend of Korra, which only recently just come out. Now, I was fucking obsessed with Legend of Korra. It was, if you ever wanted a moment where you feel like, all right, so you know how when people who document Chris Chan's life, they look at the moment where Chris won that contest where he won like $200 worth of Sega merch, and he's held that like in such high regard for like the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
Moment where I felt like I just became addicted to commissions had to have been the part where I was watching Legend of Korra. And, I'm watching this, and I'm thinking, I really don't care for Korra. I'm sure she'll mellow out and eventually become less annoying. And, I'm going through season 1. They're introducing all these characters, and then, and if you ask anybody who has known me since the beginning, it happened. Best girl shows up on her moped. She takes off her helmet, her $1 billion daddy's credit card appearance. My beautiful fucking Asami Sato, my perfect angel that Brian and Mike, the creators of Avatar, ruined in front of me. Spent 4 fucking seasons openly fucking mocking me. It's like, we're gonna make your waifu a lesbian. Aren't you happy about that? I'm like, make it stop. Make it stop. It's all wrong. Make it stop. But as I was watching Korra, progressively as it happened, as I watched 4 seasons of a burning train wreck in slow motion, it dawned on me that, I'm not happy about this. I need to vote. I can't just be vocally unhappy about this. I need to physically show people how unhappy I am about this. This is also semi-related to why Shad rejected my commission and why the whole he got rejected by Shadman thing came from. Before
Ooh.
Javis A. Ray drew me porn of his wife, I was asking around for Asami commissions. And again, don't think too hard about it. What was I asking of pictures of and featuring Asami? Gee, this very hot billionaire daddy's fucking credit card kind of character. Man, she seems like a very nice person. How can I make people who like this character hate her? Because, I don't like sharing. I don't share waifus. What am I, a communist?
Wonderbread.
Of course. I wanted a completely fucking inaccurate, completely out of character hot take of Asami. I wanted a fucking I basically wanted Dr. Blight from Captain Planet dressing in a fucking Comic-Con Asami Sato fucking costume. I wanted Asami, but I didn't want her to be like the actual Asami. I just wanted her Asami in appearance, but not Asami in personality. I wanted to mend my own fucking horrific abomination and then just call it Asami, as people would question and be like, that's not Asami. Asami would never do things like that. Like, what are you talking about? She's right here. It even says so on her fucking business tag. I am Asami, don't ask questions. But fucking, yeah, a lot of my commissions were started because I hated Korra so much. I hated the way the story was going in Legend of Korra so much that I wanted to prove to people that I could write a better fucking story than Legend of Korra, and it was called Legend of Sato. And I have sketches, multiple sketches of these comics to prove to you that I'm not kidding. In fact, I will post some of them right now if you want to see them.
Let's
Oh,
see
we
them.
would
Let's
love to. We'd
let's go
actually
full
love to.
out. Yeah, let's see them.
Luke is like, bruh, he's gonna do it. The mad lad, he would never. All right, let me grab him. These were also made by James A. Ray, by the way. So after he was done drawing me porn of his wife, he drew me Asami. These were made roughly around the time season 3 had ended. And, I was just thinking to myself, it's like they seriously cannot be committed to keeping Asami as a good person. Like, Korra's a horrible fucking person. Asami should know, but she should be Zuko, but in reverse. Like, instead of Zuko being a bad guy turning into a good guy, Asami should start out nice and then progressively realize that Korra is such a piece of shit human being that she would rather break the fucking law than support the Avatar. Fuck the Avatar.
Hmm.
Here's chapter 1.
Did she just bitch
Asami,
slap
I can never
Korra?
properly thank you for volunteering to take care of me. Oof. Why? Why, are you really so foolish? Yes, you couldn't possibly fathom the sources I squander. I give and give, chauffeuring you and your friends all around the world. And what? What do I get in return? Is that a link to something else, or is that the only image in there?
All right, so these are from my Flickr account because Flickr has this weird thing where you can't save pictures from there. I have to send them in links. And I don't really want to dig through all my fucking flash drives to find these because I know they're there, but this is just more convenient. So
Mm-hmm.
these only make sense from a story context if you actually watch the end of season 3, which ended with Korra getting her ass beat by Zahira. And after getting her ass beat so bad, she was ended up wheelchair bound. And you have Mako, Bolin, and Asami all just sitting in a room. And they're all like, all right, Korra's kind of handicapped at the moment. We have no idea what the fuck we're going to do with her. How the fuck are we going to deal with this? And like Asami very voluntarily says, oh, I'll be the one to look after Korra. And I was thinking to myself, it's like, this is the moment. All they would have to do to fucking redeem what they fucking did was just turn Asami evil. She's been fucked with Varric. She's been fucked with Mako. She's been fucked with so many fucking people that if I were Asami, I would fucking say, fuck my friends. They're clearly not my friends. They're awful fucking people. I had to watch my dad get arrested for terrorism. And it's only starting to be clear to me now that everything he was talking about makes sense. Maybe Amon didn't do anything wrong. Maybe Benders really are some of the worst fucking people on the planet. No, I didn't fucking get that. I didn't get fucking Korra going through Stephen King's The Misery. I got Korra sat in a chair. Asami motherly comforted her because, you had to have that horrible scene where Asami went to go see her fucking dad, who was still talking about how we live in a society, fucking non-benders rise up, bottom text, fucking benders, the worst. Fucking, no, you have that. It's like, no, dad, you don't understand. I love Korra. This is clearly not me trying to be written into making brownie token points from only the most raging minority on Tumblr. I love Korra. I love Korra in ways that might be deemed socially inappropriate for children's television. The type of love that makes white Christians who read the Bible and consider this degeneracy to be a very unprofessional kind of love. Because we can't have good storytelling or a subversion, a good subversion, because you have to have subversions and shit like Game of Thrones, where the dragon lady, she's insane now, she's willing to murder children just because she wants to sit on the Iron Throne. You have shit like the new Star Wars movies where Rey doesn't need training because training's for white men. I am a female, that automatically makes me the perfect Jedi. Palpatine, Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan, I'm stronger than all of them because Kathleen Kennedy said the Force is female. So yeah, this was the moment when Asami just finally just decided, he's like, I'm not going to subvert and be a bad person. I went over the wall. I think I might have lost my mind a little bit. I think I might have been a really dark place when I wrote these commissions, because like the fucking porn of his wife, these also cost me $323. Could you imagine loving your waifu so much that you spent this amount of money just to commit your love? Not even people who donate to Belle Delphine to get cucked was as cucked as I was when I fucking made these commissions.
I have some ideas I'd pay $320 for.
Lay it on me, Mook. Just give me those big brain ideas of yours.
Oh, you don't want to go down the rabbit hole of my subconscious.
Mook, we can save that for another time. I think Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Uh,
save it for another adventure.
Mook, I know you had a question. Why don't you ask him?
Um, well, I was actually while he was speaking, I was trying to think of like one of the questions in like the Wonderbread requests, and Vi actually gave me one that I thought would be a really good idea. Um, so since you like had to deal with all of that shit through like school and shit like that, how does your like life go right now? Do you have like a good stable like job and stuff like that?
Oh,
Are you
fuck
like
no.
still able?
Oh God, no. Fucking. I'm amazed that Kiwi Farms has probably not invested more time into this because they consider me some kind of low-level lolcow. They have no right to call people lolcows when they're lolcows themselves. It's like the fucking pot calling the kettle black. I am not in a good fucking state right now. I would argue that shit has only gotten progressively worse since I've continued to live in California. Um, Let me ask you a question. Mook, Element, what states do you live in?
Maryland?
Nebraska.
Oh God, you poor fucker! It's all flat and corn there. How do you fucking wake up every morning and be like, I want to leave?
Oh, I travel. I travel like every weekend, so it's not that much of
I
an
hope
issue.
you fucking do. Like you wake up in the cornfield, it's like, yep, I want to die. But
Uh,
California, all the horrible things people say about California, they're 100% true. Everything about this state is the fucking worst. Normie tourists who fucking come to my state and be like, oh, I would love California. It's the best place to live. No, rich people come to California to waste money. I'm convinced that the reason why they come to California at all is to just straight up fucking just come here and like waste money and like pretend like they're on the up and up and be like, oh, look at how objectively superior we are to the rest of America. We're such a progressive liberal utopia. Now, I am not a member of the alt right. I am not a hard right-leaning person. That's namely just a thing for the commissions because I like to research political um, all kinds of stuff involving the Republican Party, the Neocon Party, the Neoconservative Party, just the most horrific fucking money grubbing parties. And I
mhm.
researched them, namely because one, it's a good thing to just research about, and the other thing is primarily because it would make for great fucking commissions because it would give me a mental idea on how to write these characters. Obviously, as you can see from these Legend of Korra commissions, I literally wrote Asami like she was fucking Sarah Palin. Like she was so fucking cartoonishly over the top that she would probably fucking burn down an orphanage and be like, oh, I love the smell of burning orphanages in the morning. It makes me feel so freedom loving. Those kind of fucking ridiculous kind of comics. Now, depending upon what political ideology you would fucking be into, you fucking look at that. It's like, oh, obviously Murr's some kind of like hard left leaning libtard who just hates fucking Republicans so fucking badly that he's willing to draw fucking caricatures like this, these absurdist fucking cartoons. No. That's all for story perspectives. If you were to fucking label me under any kind of political ideology, I am as fence sitting as humanly possible. There are moments where, I will fucking listen to how the hard right will talk about how things need to change. They'll talk about how do you cope with the fact how due to immigration reform that there's no more housing and no more jobs available in the city. Now, I don't doubt that that is an issue. That is primarily an issue in relation to the fact how people will take H-1B visas, which are one way. You are only supposed to take these visas to go to school. When you are done with school, you're then supposed to go back to your country because that's what these visas are for. People will grab H-1B visas and never go home. They will go to school and they will stay in America even though they are not legal citizens. You even like the most hard left-leaning person has to realize, even to some iota of degree, that immigration reform is horrific at the moment. You have people complaining about how it's not fair, how other people can't come to America whenever they want and take advantage of all the things that Americans are able to do because they're Americans, because they don't want to wait 10 years in line at an immigration center and, when they're suffering in another country. And I don't want to be, horrific and nihilistic and black-pilled about all this, but that's just how it is. That's how it's programmed. Like, there's only so much space you can give to like a multitude of different people. You have people like Andrew Yang talking about how why aren't we letting in 5 million immigrants a year? Because there's no housing. all the housing's being bought up and flipped, and it's become unreasonable. You have to fucking go to the bank to get bank loans to afford living in these fucking housing locations. California is so overwhelmingly like overvaluing its housing market that there's so many people who can't get houses. I'm on Section 8. I'm on Section 8 because there's nothing affordable in my state. I'm too poor to live here, and I'm way too poor to fucking leave. And even if I were like wealthy enough to leave and go to another state, there are other states that do not fucking want Californians there. You have people in Texas complaining about how a majority of people have been immigrating over from California to Texas, voting for governmental policies that are ruining the state the way they ruined California, because, you know, we don't want to fix the problem. We just want to move away from the problem and then like add that problem to a different state and then just do this indefinitely forever. California is horrible. This state is horrible. There are so many things wrong with this state. I could bitch and whinge for hours about how fucking terrible it is to live in California right now. Don't move to California. I pray to God that God one day comes down from the heavens, looks down at California, and says, I'm fucking disappointed in you. How could you devolve? Sodom and Gomorrah was never as bad as how California has gotten. That's how bad California is at the moment. Fuck California.
Fuck California. Hell yeah.
I hate the state.
All right. Okay. Let's go on to the next question. That was something. All right. Oh God. Well, first off, I'd just like to give you a gift that someone from our server wanted to give to you. They drew this as a bit of a meme, but I figure it's just a good of an occasion to give this to you.
Oh my God. This isn't the first time I've seen something like this. There's like an entire Tumblr page dedicated to memes like this. So, you know, not entirely surprised by this. You know, I've had one person actually send me, if I can fucking find it, I'll try and find it. But like whoever fucking did, sent me a picture for free. It was a really nice picture. Like apparently he loved, like he, she, whoever it was. I don't even remember that person's gender. That person loved my shit posting so much that they drew me a picture, and it was a picture of a woman who had a loaf of Wonderbread, but it was actually not a loaf of Wonderbread. It was just the hilt to a chainsaw that looked like a loaf of Wonderbread, and then like the saw itself was coming out.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
Oh, that picture.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it, but yeah, that was such a nice, wholesome fucking gift I got. I didn't think I was gonna get that day, but like it was a wonderful gift. I loved it, especially considering I got it for free. You know, I'm never gonna say no to free art because if it's fucking memes or if it's just free art, like I'll take all of it. Fucking, I enjoy it. Like to the people who like, there are people who talk about how, you know, what if I were to draw a picture of a non-white woman planting trees and making sandwiches out of fucking whole wheat bread? I'm like, go for it. I totally commend your creativity. If you think this is gonna make me go into a tard rage like Christian, like when he saw fucking Sonic's arms blue and he was like, no, that's not how Sonic's arms are. How dare you insinuate the great god Emperor Sonic would have blue arms? Never in a million years. Yeah, you know, I love receiving free shit. You know, it's just people don't really understand is like if you're angry, the only reason, you know, you're angry is because you're trying to farm outrage. You know, if you really wanted me to like fucking fade out of obscurity, just pretend I don't exist. But that's the thing. People love to be angry. Sometimes people love being angry so much they can't function unless they're angry. They want to be angry all the time. Because, you know, you got people on Reddit who will farm up pinkies because those up pinkies are like their justification for being angry. It's like, look at how angry I am. Now give me upvotes. It's the dumbest shit in the world. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with two really like quick fire questions. We don't really need long-winded explanations for these ones. Just real quick questions. One, what's your day job?
I don't have one. Again,
No day
California.
job?
There are no jobs and no houses. I am a fucking NEET.
Yeah. All right. Question two.
We
What's
need a
your favorite
long-winded
video?
explanation for that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Question. What's your favorite video game? And is it I Am Bread?
I've heard of that game. I've seen people speedrun that game. My favorite video game of all time is a tie between Jack and Daxter 2 and Dark Chronicle.
Right. What's your favorite Pokemon?
Favorite Pokemon? people are gonna be like, oh, clearly it's a poison type. He's gonna like shit like wheezing and coughing. My favorite Pokemon is Primeape.
Oh, Primeape. That's a nice one.
I fucking love Primeape. You know, it's not the best competitively, but like, goddamn, I admire the anger and rage that goes through this monkey. It just wants to punch things. It's always angry.
Yeah. All right. Here's probably the last major question I can think of. What's your reaction to the Australian bushfires?
Do either of you go on 4chan?
No.
No.
All right, so we live in a world where even though you might not like Trump or not, he did tell you that the mainstream media will tend to lie to you and will exaggerate things in order to make you get angry over things. Kind of like how when George Bush was president, he said, "Oh, this is all the fault of the Middle East. They sent those Taliban terrorists who are stashing nukes somewhere that we can't prove out in the Middle East." And you know that was their justification for going, even though there was no proof. We now live in an era where you need proof, otherwise, you know, this is all just some kind of psyop manufactured to make people angry. When I go on poll to learn about what's happening in the world, and they were talking about that bushfire, I've had a multitude of different people give me their hot takes on why that fire is happening. I've had some people tell me that the Chinese started that fire because if you were to look into the housing statistics over in Australia right now, you notice how they're buying up a sizable majority of resources and housing in Australia, and they are just raping the wilderness dry of everything. Now, their reasoning as to why they believe fucking China caused the massive fires was they sent something called a DEW, which stands for a direct energy weapon. Basically, think of a giant magnifying glass. It's being magnified off of the intensity of the sun. And since
Yeah.
you know what happens when you fucking get a fucking you know, a magnifying glass on an anthill, and the anthill fucking starts catching fire because it's burning all the ants. But yeah, think of that, but bigger. Now, there are people who have also said they have been sending DEWs to California. And I've also had people tell me that those fires were also started by the cartel. But, you know, I've had people tell me like they've been sending satellite blasts of fucking just pure deadly fire. You know, it's kind of hard to prove whether or not it's even true because it sounds absurd. But pure deadly fire into the fucking Australia. I've had people tell me that billions of fucking like indigenous wildlife, all kinds of different animals have now become extinct because of that fire. All kinds of fucking acres. I've had people tell me it's like, oh, the fires aren't that bad. I mean, isn't Australia mostly a desert? It's got some rainforest, but you know, it's mostly like they look at the fucking outback and they think it's like, oh, that's all of Australia. It's kind of like how they look at Africa and they think, oh, it's just all pride land. It's all just lions and people and living in mud huts, chucking spears, saying the word big snoot over and over again.
Yeah. All right. I believe Mook, you had a question.
Keep it coming.
Have you ever heard of iFunny?
The site?
Yes, the site named
The
iFunny.
app and the site, yes.
But yeah, app.
The fucking the cancerous site that gets all its shit from Tumblr and Reddit and mixed into memes. What about it?
Oh, that's
no,
no,
nothing,
that's just the
nothing
feature
about that.
section.
Yeah, that's just the feature section. You have no idea. So, funny story. A little bit about our community. This is the UFAC, the Unfunny Art Community. It was a group of friends spawned out of a complete, random people that were just kind of gathered together on the iFunny. Like, we know it's a fucking cancerous site, and we know it's stupid. It's just that's just where we come from. So we just want to know if you had that app and if you, for some reason, had an account at some point.
Why are you talking about how my stuff's on iFunny? Because I already knew that.
Oh,
No, like
that
that. We
was-
just wanted to know if you had an account.
No, I don't. Why?
Oh no reason. If you had the account, we want to see that. That's something just to add to the history books. But nah, if you don't have one, that's all right.
Totally. I should throw out, by the way, if you guys want to do like multiple takes of the like just like the life and history of Mur, like make like a fucking Geno Samuel fucking take of Mur's life, I'm totally down. Like again, I'm a fucking neat. It's not like I have anything important to do. So if y'all just want
you
to
make a
fucking
draw my life. Every single part is drawn by like a different person.
Yeah.
I can show you all kinds of fucking art. I'm still trying to find that fucking picture. I can't fucking find it anywhere. But like, yeah, if you ask anybody in chat if they want to see anything in particular, like if I potentially have any art in relation to what they could describe, like I could show. I got traps. I got all kinds of stuff I can show them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why don't you just go ahead and hit us with just a bunch of your art. I'm gonna have another person come into chat here. They really want to talk to you. Apparently, they look up to you a lot. So while you go and dig out those
Tell
artwork
them
stuff,
I'm flattered about that. So, Element, be totally real with me. That picture of the dude holding Wonderbread, that's supposed to be you, right?
No.
of the what?
The Wonderbread picture you pictured me, the one about the guy holding the Wonderbread, that's supposed to be you?
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
no. That was made by a person
This-
named Vioriel.
I was going
They
to say,
did
because,
that.
I totally believe you were like this handsome chin Chad. It's like, bring
He
the bread
is.
boy to me. I wish to speak to him.
Oh no, he definitely is.
Oh yeah, I am a Chad, but not that Chad, not that specific Chad.
The face fits the voice. Let's just say that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
These are brand new ones made by a guy named Seuss. He's a really fucking nice guy. These were $10 a piece. These comics. I was
Is
so
that the
fucking.
girl from Craig and the Creek?
I'm amazed you fucking noticed. Yeah, that's Eliza.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the pink-haired girl, that's Eliza. The red-haired girl, that is Bridget from F is for Family.
Oh.
The redheaded boy is also from F is for Family. That's Bill Murphy. And the other girl in pink, that's from a show called Sophia the First. That's evil Sophia. That's the evil clone of Sophia that was made when Sophia fucked up the magic spell and she made an evil version of herself.
It'd be that way, though. It
Isn't
do be
Sophia
that way.
the first that like
Oh,
shitty
okay, yeah,
bootleg
he's in
Disney
here now.
cartoon?
I am.
Okay,
Oh my god! I have waited for this day all my life.
Reed,
Holy
give me a
shit.
second here.
No, you don't understand. No.
Reed, give me a second here. Let me introduce you, okay? So,
Hi.
this is Reed. This is a guy who's from our community. He, for some reason, wanted to talk to you. Yeah. So go ahead, behave yourself.
All
Reed.
right. Be myself. Oh boy.
I said behave yourself.
Oh. Okay. So
Hiding your
hi. I'm
erection.
Reed.
Hide
I
your
am-
incelism.
Hide my incelism. Honestly, that's true. So I come from the same community as they do, right? And when I was on the community, I was nothing but a really I left a while ago, but I was a really huge, what would you say, shit poster too, right? And a long ass time ago, like a little while ago, I forgot how long ago exactly, but like over a year ago, I found out that this Wonderbread guy existed, right? And I have found out that this was like the greatest shit posting scheme ever. This was pure comedy
Long-term
gold.
trolling up.
I don't know if entirely if it's a joke, but I thought to myself, this is the funniest shit in the world. All right, you do not understand.
God, it made you so happy.
Like you don't understand. And I thought to myself, maybe I could do some funny ass shit posting like that. So I went through most of the entire community just being an asshole and like shit posting and making fun of people. Good time, because I thought you were the most chaotically funny person known to man.
And chaotically evil shit posting.
I don't know how to like you're evil chaotic shit posting. Jesus Christ. Oh, I am so pumped. And then I thought to myself, I can make this go even higher. So I started doing similar shit. I don't commission people or buy stuff, but I'll go into like e-thoughts, DMs and shit, and I'll ask them for really bizarre pictures and ask how much money that would be. Like, I remember I saw like 5, like I've done this like 30 times, and like 5% of it at least or more is fucking asking if they can take pictures of like their feet, but wearing Wonderbread as like socks.
Oh my
I
god,
thought
you're
that
the
was
fucking
so
worst.
funny.
This is the Wonderbread thing, but because everyone knows feet is the worst possible fetish.
Exactly.
It's like
Like-
saying tomboys are the best kind of wife. That's not even true. That's a bold-faced lie.
I thought to myself, this will be the funniest shit. And like, if they actually answer, like, sure, that'll be like, I don't know, $35. I'll just ghost them because I'm not gonna pay that. But it's so funny to me. Just the joke. just in it itself, Wonderbread, dude, that's fucking phenomenal. I never would have thought of that shit. Like, I went to the store with my mom one time, right? And fucking, I made sure we bought a shit ton of Wonder Bread because I thought it was the funniest thing. She had no idea we were talking about.
This motherfucker's trying to fucking make a pentagram out of Wonder Bread. It's like, now if you
Yes,
just say
I
the
was
same
trying to make it
shit,
fun.
he'll appear and he'll shitpost on FJ once
Yeah, I
again.
thought this would be the funny shit. I think I made a post once before I left iFunny. I forgot where I posted this. But it was like, finally, I can summon him, and it was just stacks of Wonder Bread.
We have to summon the Dark Lord. You know, it's been getting really boring.
Yeah, we have
over
to summon the
lately.
Wonder Bread guy.
chaotic-
And
chaotic
I remember fucking my mom, she came into my room as I was taking a picture, and I was like, she was like, Reed, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm summoning the Dark Lord, dude. I'm summoning Wonder Bread, man. You do not understand. And she's like, oh.
She's fucking looking at you. It's like, my son's autistic. I knew
No,
it,
she
but
knows.
he wouldn't admit it.
He wouldn't admit it himself, but I'm dumb as shit, dude. Like, I sat there with just this throne of Wonder Bread, and she walked in like, oh, okay, left out. And I was laughing my ass off. It was the funniest shit. I was like,
Fucking promise me you'll never end up like that one retard who stalks Chris Chan, who will fucking look at him like he's Jesus. We're talking
no,
about
I do watch Chris Chan, though, because I find that shit hilarious as well. Just, oh, dude. You do not understand.
fucking,
I was-
you know, as
I was
cute
not
as that
expecting
story
this
is,
from you.
I'm still fucking torn over the fact that Mook actually fucking watched or has heard Craig of the Creek. I'm like, bro, are you serious? I thought I was the only person
Oh,
watching that fucking
dude.
show right now. 'Cause nobody
I
fucking
like
watches that.
Craig of the Creek. I like
I don't know
Craig of
what
the
Craig of the Creek is. I'm sorry.
It's a Cartoon Network.
As you can tell, Eliza's my favorite. Of course, you don't have to think as to reasons why I would like a completely abhorrent, spoiled child who comes from a very wealthy family and basically breaks things and yells and screams and does whatever she wants, like she's a piece of shit. Of course, I would never love a character like that. Never.
Oh,
Why
we've
are you
already
looking at me
established
like
your
that?
type.
Yeah, your type.
Wait. Mer. Is that woman wearing a dress made out of fucking sandwich?
No.
Dude, this.
That picture right there, the character's name is called Barbie. It's Barbee. That was a Halloween themed commission, and when Rebecca, the person who draws those Barbie themed commissions, she asked me, it's like, if this is a Halloween picture, what would you like me to dress her up as? Like, why don't you dress her up like an actual sandwich while she's making sandwiches? And she's like, yeah, sure, here, fucking that'll be $60.
Hmm.
This is
Now
where it's
that
at,
we've
boys.
established like your type and stuff like that, I see why you have a bunch of commissions of Pacifica also.
Oh, yeah, Pacifica used to be my favorite, and then it dawned on me, it's like, wait, why do I like Pacifica when I should clearly like her mom? Because her mom is more into what I would consider to be top tier waifu material than I would Pacifica. Because you get to
Yeah.
Northwest Mystery Manor, which is everyone's favorite episode because it started the Pacifica chip. But God, I can't even fucking pronounce that. But I'm looking at Pacifica's mom, and I'm like, I've been at this all wrong. I should clearly be making lots of porn of Pacifica's mom, which I do have, hundreds of terabytes worth.
Thank God. See what I mean? This is the funniest shit in the world.
I'm surprised you've never like commissioned someone for like that one girl from Star Versus.
Star vs.
Well,
Evil?
I've got hundreds of fucking terabytes of Princess Marco and Brittany and Angie and my favorite waifu, Miss Heinous.
I was thinking of like the rich snobby Asian girl in
Son
Star
of Brittany,
Versus.
Brittany Wong. I have all of my fucking art is either Marco associating himself with his mom, Marco associating himself with Brittany, or Marco associating himself with Heinous. I have no Starco fucking art at all because Starco is a garbage ship. Marco is a cute little princess boy. I do not want a masculine fucking main protector. I want a sexy boy in a purple dress who will fucking act like a housewife and acts like he's always a fucking female gendered person. And I want to draw comics of Star going like, Marco, you have a very unhealthy obsession with these princess dresses. You could go back to being a boy now. It's like, no, Heinous said I'm a girl now, so I have to act like a girl.
He got into the sissy hypno. He got into the sissy hypno.
Sissy hypnosis should be
Mook's
used
like, oh
to.
shit,
It's
he's
like a,
evolving. He's becoming horrifying.
it's like a fucking Pokemon. You sure you want to teach Marco Sissy hypnosis?
Oh,
I'm enjoying this way more than I thought I would. Fucking Mook is a
Dude, this
mad
is
lad.
fucking great.
I'm mentally deranged.
Shit,
All
dude,
right,
we're
I
all
got one.
handicapped here.
Why would I ever fucking presume that he would watch a show and yes, it's not like I would watch a show just for one character and only one character. It's not like I get overwhelmingly upset how there's only like 3 episodes total that she's in, and every time I get another fucking episode about Craig's family, I'm like, you know, this is nice and all, but
I
I
feel
wonder
you.
what Elias is doing right now. Like, well, she at her mansion right now, just breaking things because she can. Because she's a rich, spoiled brat who can do whatever she wants. It's not like her parents are going to discipline her because she hates discipline and will never be disciplined.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Yeah.
I got 2 more questions for you.
Bring him up.
Oh shit.
How big would you say is your commission supply? Like, how many terabytes? How many
I would say I have roughly
megagigabytes?
around $100 million worth of commissions. If you were to like take all the totals of every commission I've ever bought and like make it into like one equatable value, that's hundreds of terabytes worth.
Okay, you said
All
hundreds
from
of
a
terabytes, not
multitude of
hundreds
different
of
shows.
millions.
Yeah.
Okay, could you put a price range on what you've spent?
Here, I'll fucking even go and demonstrate what the commissions I fucking posted in the interview chat. Fucking the comics involving Eliza, Bridget, and Sophia. Those are $10 a piece. I fucking lost my fucking mind when I was told that some guy was willing to draw me whole comics as detailed as these expressions, high detailed fucking things like these for like $10 a piece. I'm like, I'm never letting this man out of my sight. Never. The fucking Star Sapphire housewife picture, that was $20. The Jerk Douglas picture of Cassidy and her sister, that was $60. The Barbie picture with her wearing a fucking sandwich dress, that is $60. The picture of Camille Toe from the show, the movie Sausage Party, that was $60. I think I paid $40 for this Pacific commission, and then that other Camille commission I paid $60 for. The Rosina Rabbit commission, that was $80. All these Eliza pictures, $60 a piece.
I'm losing my
Jesus
shit.
fucking Christ.
The Element and Mook are like, who have we brought into our fucking chat right
This
now?
This is the fucking.
I'm having the
like,
time of my life. I don't know about
Dude.
everybody else.
I've
I wonder
actually
if there are any
ascended
fucking
across the
people in
mortal
fucking
plane.
Chat right now, or fucking listening to this right now. It's like, get me Murr's contact information right fucking now. I
What
have
is your
a total
contact?
life for him.
Okay, here's another question. Because Joe is not going to give me, he's never going to give me peace if I don't ask you this. Have you requested any pieces with Sans the skeleton? And can you
No.
also say Sans
Fuck
Undertale? Just for
Undertale.
sake.
Joe hates you. Joe's
Joe's about to go feral, dude. He's like vibrating at high speeds right now.
he's
You could probably cook an omelet.
Can we at least get the soundbite of you saying Sans Undertale?
Yeah, please, dude. It'll go
I'll
great at
fucking
my
do it right
ringtone.
now. I'll do it in Peter Griffin's voice too. Sans Undertale. I'll murder my family for you, Sans Undertale. Who the
Hey,
fuck is
Peter.
knocking on my door? I'm jacking off to Sans Undertale.
All right, Joe. I hope you're proud of yourself here. Okay, another question.
Right.
Where are you getting the money for all this stuff?
I saved my money.
Oh, you just saved it up. All right, yeah.
Yeah. All right, look, I'll be perfectly real with you. You go on Chris Chan again. I'm using Chris Chan as an example because I'm trying really hard not to be him, even though people compare me to him. Even Kiwi Farms compares me to him, which makes me upset. You have an entire fucking detailed log of Chris Chan about his spending habits and about how he's racked up hundreds of millions of dollars in debt because he doesn't know how to fucking control himself because all he ever wants to fucking do is buy Legos and buy Amiibos and buy all kinds of shit that he doesn't need. I live in California. When I buy a commission, it's literally because I have enough money for a couple leisure things. Like those 2 comics involving Eliza, Bridget, and Sophia. I just threw down $40 for 4 more comics to be made. In fact, he's working on 2 that have already been pre-sketched that I can show you if you really care enough to see them because they're about
Yes.
yeah. The characters that are in this pre-sketch, cosmically horrible as typing.
It's me, it's your boy.
It's your boy. This pre-sketch right here is involving characters from the show Harvey Street Kids. As you can see, there's Dot, Audrey, and the one screaming in the baby stroller is Frou-Frou.
Mm-hmm. The Pokemon Furfrou.
Yeah. So obviously, out of all of the characters in Harvey Street, I wonder which one I would like. Surely not the one that lives in a mansion and throws tantrums and breaks things when she doesn't get what she wants. Clearly, it's not Frou-Frou. Obviously not.
Oh,
Never.
clearly not, yeah.
Yeah. Don't think too hard about it. Yeah, this is the next chapter in the comic. It's about the Harvey Girls. They're going to meet up with Frou-Frou, and then Frou-Frou's going to meet up with Eliza, Bridget, and Sophia, and they're going to be like, you shouldn't hang around with normies. You should hang around with rich girls like us. We like to break things and do horrible things, things you like to do, not things like they like to do, like caring about nature and just being a nice person.
Fuck nature. Me and my homies hate nature.
Oh, yeah, all my homies hate nature.
We heard you like white bread and breaking things. We're also into that. We're making a cult. I mean, friendship. Called the Tea Time Society. Would you like to join us? You had me at breaking things.
Would you like to join the council?
Would you like the council decide your fate, dude?
This is getting way more traction than I thought it'd be. This is the best fucking thing ever. I love this.
Dude, you don't understand. This is dude. Fucking, so we've had this little YouTube shit up for a while, but I've never joined any of the videos because I'm a fat, lazy fuck who sits in my bed all day and draws, like, thick women. And then I heard one day, like, hey, we're bringing a Wonderbread guy in here, and I fucking shot up.
You just dropped whatever the fuck you're doing, fucking college.
Yeah, you don't understand. No, I told all my friends.
Yeah.
I promised myself, dude. I promised my friends I would hang out tonight, like a fucking week ago. And then I heard, Wonderbread guy. I'm like, I can't come. I'm sick, dude. I can finally continue the joke. I have summoned the Wonderbread man.
Okay.
This picture that Mook draws, I'm getting weird Homestruck fucking vibes just looking at it right now.
No, it's a Wendigo. No. It's not a troll. It's not a
It's one of my characters.
I was gonna say, fucking. I've had people tell me it's like you should watch Homestruck. I've also had people tell me that Homestruck's one of the worst things they've ever seen in their life. They told me that the reason I like Homestruck is because there's a character who literally only does nothing but make sandwiches and act like a 1950s housewife. I'm like, I'm interested. I want documented evidence of this character. They have not provided me documented evidence of this character, even though they make it sound like a great character.
I have a friend who's in like the Homestuck fandom, and she's warned me not to watch anything relating to it.
Man, I love this community, but don't fucking associate with this community. That's like every community ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like the thing with a fan base. Whew. I don't actually like Homestuck. Just a disclaimer.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
yeah.
2 more things I'd like you to say, just for the meme. 2 things I'd like you to say. I'm going to type them out in chat, and I'd like you to say these.
Right, that's one thing. What's the other? Who the fuck is Stefan?
No, not Stefan. Don't bring him into this.
I will bring Stefan.
I'll have to verbally explain to my homie Stefan why we got the Wonderbread guy in here, and why is he saying the funny Stefan meme?
Okay, so just please go ahead and say those 2 things for me. Just a personal favor.
No.
I fucking love Wonderbread. I have a burning, passionate crush on Wonderbread. If I were to somehow Frankenstein monster a bunch of Wonderbread into the shape of a person and then bring it to life with lightning, I would. But that'd be messy. God, I fucking love Wonderbread. Stefan, I don't know how to tell you this, but you might want to, sign those child support checks.
Can I get specific? Stefan is my dad. Just specifically, Stefan is my dad.
Stefan is my dad. I don't know who the fuck Stefan is, but he's gonna be very confused.
I have something I would like you to say too.
Tell Stefan about this right now. I'm gonna text Stefan and say we have a gift for him.
This is a personal vendetta. I just want you to say this for me.
What the fuck? MOTK is terrible. Shut up, you godforsaken women manipulating simp. What?
That's all I needed.
Yo, guys, you guys want to do more of these? I'd be more than down to do more of these. I'll do these whenever the fuck you want.
Welcome to the UFAC.
Yeah, welcome to the UFAC YouTube channel.
We're gonna have to talk about that. Nothing on you. I don't know what fucking hell we're about to get into, but we'll figure it out. So thank you.
You don't
Thank
even
you
have to fucking pay me a royalty check. I'll do these for free. You know how boring life is
Dude.
at the moment for me? I'd love to do shit like this.
You will be
Ugh.
the perfect addition to our community. Your chaotic energy and your how
Wow.
brutally honest you are is just perfect.
Oh,
I'm
dude.
glad. You know, Mook, if you ever want to get around to drawing me anything, draw me Eliza stuff, please. Because I don't have nearly enough, as I would like to proudly admit that I have. And I have a lot of it.
Eliza.
I would argue that I have more Eliza commissions than anybody who has ever drawn her. I'm probably the only person in this fucking community that actually remembers she's a character. They look at her as like, who the fuck is this pink-haired OC that he keeps fucking putting in the Craig of the Creek threads?
If you have anything specific, just like message me.
All right. So
Totally down.
thank you, Murlogic, for coming on. It's been an experience having you here. We'll see if we can do this some other time. But thank you. Any last words for our audience?
To everybody who is currently listening to this conversation, subscribe to Mr. Element.
Yeah.
If y'all just want to fucking draw me a bunch of stuff like memes, like it could be like shit like, oh look, I found your antique. Well, I found this brown whole wheat plant tree kind of person. Like, just send me everything. I don't even care. I love this shit. You know, I love it when people are like smarky assholes. Fucking just give me your best. Like, you could even fucking draw me your own OCs. It's like, oh man, I didn't know if I went Sarah Palin enough on this enough. You know, does she hate nature enough in this pic? You know, those kind of shit. Just do whatever the fuck you want, my lads. Fucking my fucking Discord. Elements will fucking give it to you at the end of the video, but like, fucking take it.
Put it up on the screen right now in big like impact font.
Yeah, no, do it in this Comic Sans font. We can give Joe what he always wanted.
All right. Thank you. And yeah, that's the video. Thank you all.
Don't judge me, don't know my struggle. Don't judge me, don't know my struggle. Going hard, trying to feed my brothers. Going hard, trying to feed my brothers. I ain't stopping till I'm up at the top. I ain't stopping till I'm up at the top. I ain't stopping till I get me a knot. I ain't stopping till I get me a knot. Don't judge me, don't know my struggle.